Hare Krishna, and a very warm welcome to all my dear angels. In my last video, I have shown you some magical techniques of getting the same number as 198 and getting the same sum by using the 4 by 4, 5 by 5, 6 by 6 matrix. Now, in this video, I am going to show you some magical techniques, some magical tricks of the calendar. You know, calendar, everybody has got calendar in his house. And calendar is really a wonderful tool. It consists of so many mysteries which I'm going to decode you now. So for that, I request you to come, all of you, to my screen. I'm sharing the screen with you. Then I will tell you some mysterious properties of the calendar. Yeah. Now, what is a calendar? Calendar is any arrangement of days with dates for the given month and year. It is arrangement of the days and dates for a given month and year. And as you all know that there are 7 days in a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So starting from Monday to Sunday, there are all 7 days in a week. So the cyclicity of any calendar month is 7. What does it mean? I say the cyclicity or the rotation of any calendar will be 7. It means that suppose 1st of March or 2006 is Sunday. 1st of March is Sunday. That means 1st plus 7 means 1 plus 7 8th, then plus 7 15th, then plus 7 22nd, plus 7 29. Means all these days 8th, 15th, 22nd, and 29th of March month will be Sunday because 1st of March is Sunday. So the same cycle will repeat after 7 days. So 8th March, 15th March, 22nd March, 29th March will be a Sunday. And it is true for all other days also. So suppose I say the 3rd, the first March is Sunday. It means 3rd March will be Tuesday. So 3rd March, then 7th, then 17th, then 24th, and of course, after 24th, if we add 7, then it is out of that month, go to the next month. But all these days, 10th, 17th, 24th, they will all be Tuesday. So this is about the cyclicity or rotation of the calendar. Every calendar month rotates on number 7. Now, every calendar has got some mysterious characteristics. It can be a normal year, a leap year, a century year, or a century leap year. When I say a normal year, it means the months will be in a calendar will be 365 days. When I say a leap year, it will be 366 days. And a leap year comes after every 4 years. In the same, I say a century year, it must, then the last 2 months, the last 2 digits of the calendar should be 00. Say 400, 300, 500, 600. Any number ending with 00. And I say, when I say a century leap year, it means the number should be, the century year should be divisible by 4. Say 400, 800, 1200, 600, 20,000, 2000, 2400, 2800. These are all century leap years. Means number which is divisible by 4 and ending with 00. Right? So now thing is that if you want to know, somebody wants to know, suppose that it is a leap year, when this year will come again. Now please remember, if it is a leap year calendar, then it will repeat itself after 28 years. The leap year calendar will repeat itself after 20 years. So the calendar of say 1972 is a leap year because 72 is divisible by 4. So 1972 is a leap year. Every leap year must be divisible by 4 because leap year comes after every 4 years. So leap year is divisible by 4. The last 2 digits will be divisible by 4. So 1972 is a leap year. And the calendar of the 1972 will repeat itself after 28. So mean 1972 plus 28 means 2000 years. The calendar of 2000 years and the calendar of year 1972. The calendar of year 1972 and the calendar of year 2000 will be same because the same calendar repeating after 28 years. Remember, the calendar of a leap year will repeat itself after 28 years. In the same way, if the calendar is of leap year plus 1, say 1973, it is leap year plus 1 because 1972 is a leap year. So 73 is leap year plus 1. It will repeat itself in how many years? It will repeat itself in 11. It will repeat itself in 1979. It will repeat itself in 6 years. It will repeat after 6 years. Leap year repeat after 6 years, right? So this repeats itself after 6 years. It repeats in the year 1979. 1979 repeat. 1970, 1979 will have the same calendar, right? In the same way, when the calendar is of 1974, means leap year plus 2, then it repeats itself after 11 years. It repeats after 11 years. So 1974 plus 11. So it repeat itself in 1985. Right? And in the same way, the leap year, the year is say leap year plus 3. That is 1975. Leap year plus 3. Then it will be repeat itself in 11 years. So 1975 plus 11 is equal to 1986 is equal to 1986. So the year will repeat itself in 1986. So you see, I've shown you that when whatever the year of the it can be normal year, a leap year. So if it is a normal year, if it is a leap year, it will repeat itself after 28 years. If it is a leap year plus 1, it will repeat itself after 6 years. And if it is a leap year plus 2 and plus 3, it repeats itself after 11 years. I have shown you just now in different examples, but taking the example of 1972, 73, 74, and 75. So you may give the question that this year will repeat itself after after how many years? Right? Now, another magical trick I want to show you for the calendar is that you make any 3 by 3 matrix or 4 by 4 matrix for any month, any year, any century of the calendar. I repeat, you make a select any 3 by 3 or 4 matrix from any month, any year, any century calendar year, and it will show you some very mysterious magical properties that I am showing in front of you. Now, this matrix I have selected from the November month of 2026. This November month of 2026, I've selected this matrix 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, 19, 24, 25, 26. So these are 3 by 3 matrix consisting of 3 rows and 3 columns. There are 3 rows, 10, 11, 12, then 17, 18, 19, and last row is 24, 25, 26. And in the same way, three columns are there, 10, 17, 24. The next column is 11, 18, and 25. And the third last column is 12, 19, and 26. Now, if I am asked to get the sum of the first row, what is the sum of first row? So it will always be 3 times the central number. Central number is 11. So 3 into 11 is 33. The sum of all three numbers, 10, 11, 12 is equal to 11 into 3, that is 33. In the same way, it is true for every row. 17, 18, 19 is equal to 3 times 18 is equal to 54. And lastly, 24 plus 25 plus 26 is equal to 3 times 25, that is equal to 75. So the sum of any row, first row, second row, third row, is equal to 3 times the central number. In the same way, if I'm asked to ask the sum of any column, like 10, 17, 24, it will always be 3 times the central number 17. It will be 17 into 3, 51. Now the sum of 10, 17, 24 is equal to 51. In the same way, 11, 18, and 25 will be 3 times 18, that is 54. And in the same way, if I have to ask the sum of 3 numbers, 12, 19, 26, it will be 3 into 19, that is 57. So whatever we have to find out, whether a row, sum of row or a column, just multiply the central number by just multiply the central number by 3. Just multiply the central number of any row or column by 3. In the same way, if I have to add these 3 diagonals, the 10, 18, and 26. These are 3 numbers of this diagonal, 10, 18, 26. The sum will always be the sum of the central number 18. Central number 18. So 18. So just multiply by 18. I get the answer as 24. In the same way, 24, 18, and 12. The second diagonal, if I have to add the sum of these diagonals, the numbers of these diagonals, the sum will always be 3 times the 18 number, and that is equal to 54. So the sum of all the 2 diagonals, the sum of the central row, and the sum of the central column are all equal, and they are all equal to the 3 times the product of central number, that is 18. So 54 you get as the sum 4 times for 2 diagonals, for the central row and for the central column. Now, if someone asks you, what is the sum of all the 9 numbers of this matrix? There are 9 numbers in the matrix. What is the sum of all these 9 numbers? So it will be like the sum of 3 rows, 3 columns, 10, 17, 24, 11, 18, 25, this column, and the last 12, 19, 26, this column. Or you can take three rows also, 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, 19, 24, 25, 26. In any way you can take. If you take 3 rows, then I know that the sum of the first row is 3 into 17, 3 into 17, and then the second column is 18 into 3, and the last column is 3 into 19. So the sum will be, the sum will always like, the sum will be, when I take the sum, all these sums, now this will be 3 into 17 plus 3 into 18 plus 3 into 19. 3 into 17 into 3 plus 3 into 18 plus 3 into 19. And that is equal to 3 into 3 I take common, and I add 17, 18, 19. 17, 18, 9. 3 into 17 plus 18 plus 19. You see this thing. 3. Now, when I take 3 common, I add 17, 18, 19. I know that now 17, 18, 19 is again 3 times of the central number 18. So I take 3. This is equal to 3 into 18. It means equal to 9 into 18. That means the sum of any 3 by 3 matrix it's of any matrix from any calendar, any month, any year, any century year will always be three times the it will always be nine times the central number. The central number here is 18. So the sum of all the nine numbers will be 18 into 9, that is equal to 162. I repeat, when I have to find all the sum of all the nine numbers of this matrix, it will always be nine times the central number, which is 18 in my case. So it will be 18 into 9, that is equal to 162. And in the same way, if someone asks you sum of all the eight numbers without the central number, without the center, not including 18, it will be 8 times 18. It will be 8 times 18, and that is equal to 144. That will be equal to 144, right? Now, this is equal to 144, right? In the same way, if someone asks you, what is the sum of these corner numbers, 10, 12, 24, 26, which are highlighted as the red color, what is the sum of these four numbers, 10, 12, 24, and 26? Now, no need to add this number. It will always be 4 times the central number. 4 times the central number, that is 72. 18 into 4 is 72. And in the same way, if someone asks you the sum of the sum of the central number, 17, 11, 19, and 25, the central number of each row and each column, on the right and left and the top and bottom, it will be again 4 times the central number, that is 18 into 4, 72. That means that the sum of four corner numbers, as 10, 12, 26, and 24 is equal to the sum of four central numbers, 17, 11, 19, and 25. And that is equal to 4 times this central number, 4 times this central number. That is 18. 4 times 18 is 72. So if somebody asks you, what is the sum of all the numbers of this matrix without the central number, means you're not counting 18, then it will be 8 into 18. And if you're asking what is the sum of all these numbers, including 18, means with all the numbers are added, then it will always 9 into 18, that is equal to 172. So that is one magical technique I have shown you for the 3 by 3 matrix. For 3 by 3 matrix, how you can add all the numbers of a 3 by 3 matrix, the center, the row numbers, column numbers, diagonal numbers, and again, like corner numbers and the central numbers. So how they are interrelated, that I have shown. And that is true for any month, any year, any century. Not only for, I have selected for November month 2026, but you can take any calendar, any month calendar of any year. You can take 1000 year back calendar or 2000 forward calendar, any month. This pattern will remain the same. The magical technique will remain the same for any calendar for 3 by 3 matrix. In the same way, I'm going to show you the magical techniques, I'm going to decode you the magical techniques for 4 by 4 matrix. Now I've selected this four numbers from the July month of 2026, the current year 2026. I've selected and I've written a matrix selected from that month. It is 7, 8, 9, 10, then 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 21, 22, 23, 24, and the last row is 28, 29, 30, 31. Now here it is a 4 by 4, means 16 numbers are there in this matrix. Total 16 numbers are there, and I have shown in different colors. Now the four central numbers, 15, 16, 22, 22, and 23. If you add all these four numbers, then you get the sum as 76. You get the sum as 76. So 15, 16, 23, these four central numbers which are highlighted as yellow color, it will be 76, right? Now, the magic is that if you add all these numbers which are highlighted in different colors, suppose you have to add 7, 10, 28, and 31. The four corner numbers. Again, it will be 76 only. Again, it will be 76 only. In the same way, if I add the numbers 8 and 9, 29 and 30, the top and bottom, central numbers of the top and bottom rows, then again it will be 76. Again, it will be 76 only. And if I add these four numbers, 14 and 12, 14 and 21, and 17 and 24, the central numbers of the first column and the last column, again it will be 76 only. So every time I'm getting the same sum, 76. 76 for the center four numbers, 76 for the corner four numbers, 76 for the central numbers of the first and the last row, and 76 for the first and the last column central numbers. In the same way, if I add these numbers, 7, 15, 23, and 31, the first diagonal, then again the sum will be 76 only. Again the sum will be 76 only. I have shown you the first diagonal, 28, 22, 16, 10. 28, 22, 16, 10 is the first diagonal. The sum is 76, and the second diagonal 7, 15, 23, 31 is equal to 76. So in this way, every time you're getting the same sum 76. And if someone asks you what is the sum of all these numbers, all these 16 numbers, then it will be, you can take you can take sum of any numbers, like these green highlighted numbers, or this purple highlighted number, blue highlighted number, yellow highlighted number, because all the sums are equal, and just multiply it by 4, and just multiply it by 4. Suppose I take 15, 16, 22, 23. I know it is equal to 76. So the sum of all the 16 numbers will be 76 into 4. The sum of the sum of all the four numbers will be 76 into 4. Like I'm showing you here. And if someone asks you what is the sum without these four central numbers, what is the sum without these four central numbers, then just multiply this sum by 3. Don't count these four numbers, then the sum will be 76 by 3, right? So I have shown here, where is that phone? Yes, it is shown here. The sum of all the four numbers is 76 into 4, that is 304. This is the sum of all 16 numbers. And if someone asks you sum of the matrix without the four central numbers, it will be 76 into 3, that is 228. That is 228. So if someone asks you the sum of all 16 numbers, just add the four central numbers and multiply by 4. Someone asks you the sum of all 60 numbers without the four central numbers, just multiply this sum by 3. You get the sum of numbers without the central numbers. So this is one other technique of one wonderful magical trick of this 4 by 4 matrix, and you will amazed to see that the sum is always coming to be, in every case the sum is coming to be same, whether it is four central numbers, corner numbers, or the central numbers of the last and first column, corner numbers, central numbers of the first and the last row, even the diagonal numbers, they all sum is always same. That sum is always same. So it means the same number is repeating 6 times. The number 76 here is coming 6 times. You see, along the diagonals and along these four different arrangements of the number. The same number 76 I'm getting as the sum. And for the four, I have to multiply all, I have to get the sum of all the 60 numbers, just multiply 76 by 4, and the answer will be 304. So this you can try with other matrices. You can take any month. I have taken for July month. You can take June month, or April month, October month, any month. You can take any you can make any selection, any matrix. It can be for 2000, for any year, 2025. If you have an old calendar, you can take for, say you have the calendar as a 2018, you can take from that. But the same property will be there any matrix of 4 by 4 and for 3 by 3. For 3 by 3 and the 4 by 4, the same pattern will follow, which I have shown you here for 2026 for the month of November and for the month of July. So I hope that you must have liked these magical techniques of the calendar year. And here I stop my video. And in my next video, I will show you some more magical techniques of other techniques apart from calendar. So if you really think that I have used something wonderful magical techniques on calendar and you have liked my video, then you please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to learn such more techniques, magical techniques like mind reading, how to do mathematical operations in a flash of second without using pen and paper, if you really want to become mathematician, then do call on my number 9265418811. I repeat, 9265418811. So thank you very much for sharing your time with me. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Have a nice day. Hare Krishna.